the rattle of a 32 Cadillac, gloss black like a rain at night. Beer barrels rolling round in the back, tires screaming and the driver is as high as a kite. Smuggling whiskey, smuggling wine on a rainy night across the county line. There's more nerve to him than brains, more money than God can claim. Stella ran the U-joint when Mosey was away. Money was the trouble all the time. Speakeasy made a fortune, but he gambled it away, left her the perpetrator on the crime. Smuggling whiskey, smuggling wine, she took delivery this one last time and threw a suitcase in the back. She said, take me anywhere you're going, Jack.
Anywhere you're going, Jack.
Sounds of the siren and a red light shining like blood, and a windshield speckled by jewels. Patrol car springing like a panther up out of the mud. Dirty coppers looking for booze. Smuggling whiskey, smuggling wine, a rainy night across the county line. No stopping, no going back. Beat the train across the railroad track. Stokey was a middle-aged cop in hell-bent pursuit of that Cadillac. Didn't bother to look, listen, or stop. Lost his life that night on the tracks. Smuggling whiskey, smuggling wine, for 16 years across the county line. 2 days later, the headlines revealed dry laws left and prohibitions repealed. The roar and the rattle of a 32 Cadillac, gloss black like a rain at night. Beer barrels rolling around in the back, tires screaming and the driver is as high as a kite. Smuggling whiskey, smuggling wine on a rainy night across the county line. Another rum runner was out of a job. We left our glasses to these poor slobs. Ooh, yeah. Smuggling whiskey. Ain't getting us anywhere. It just gives us something to do, you know. All this is just what you go through to show you that living ain't easy and life ain't no fair. Till you figure it out and by then you don't care. But I care now and so do you. Sometimes it's all you can do to keep your mouth shut. Hold your breath and turn blue. Anyhow, can we get out of here? They got mental roadblocks up everywhere. They're giving us too much to think about. You can't chase your dreams if you can't even get out. Look at all these rich kids with their wand loose while we live on a shoestring. Well, I've had it and so have you. Tell you what we're gonna do. Gonna keep our mouths shut, hold our breath, and turn blue. Well, I've kept my mouth shut, now I need to sing a song. I've been left holding my breath for too long. I see my world turning bluer every day, and I've been thinking how easy it would be to get away. Out of here, I'll teach you real easy how to shift gears. All the world's fastest getaway cars are right out there in that showroom, and one of them should be ours. We take that little 911 out for a road test. Right up the east coast of Canada, we'll make a sharp left. Get in the front seat and make it all come true. Make them keep their mouths shut, let them hold their breath, let them turn blue. Yeah, make them keep their mouths shut, let them hold their breath, let them turn blue. Thanks. They were talking about you the minute you got here. Talking about who you went with and where. You and the manager, you and the kid, you with the attitude and things that you did or neglected to do, as the case might have been. They were talking about you from the moment you came in. They were talking about you the minute you left. Come back late from lunch, looking all out of breath, with a lobster to go in a styrofoam tray. Meant so little to you that you just gave it away. When you got out of that caddy, they ran back to their seats and they typed on their keyboards like the day was complete. And they were talking about you the minute you go. Talking about you, the voices down below. The day you got fired, no one else was surprised. They didn't talk much when they said the goodbyes, but the whole place was singing the very next day. Your ear should have been ringing from 10 miles away. They were talking about you. Talking about you, they tell a frightening tale. Someone told someone wound up in jail. You with all the boyfriends, you with the knife, stabbed him in a fight and tried to take your own life. And you on a balcony, you in the grass, getting right back up, saying, come on, try to kick my ass. Yeah, they were talking about you the minute you got here. Talking about who you went with where. When they wish they were wild and they wish they were tough, they just talk about you and they can't say enough. Now they're talking about you. They're still talking about you. Yeah, they're talking about you. Talking about you, babe. Gonna go for broke, heading up the road with the wind in my spokes. I'm leaving this Texas, cactus swimming in the smoke, and I'm getting out of Dodge. Somebody left his bones by the road. Nights like this make a coyote catch a cold, but I got my fire and my smoke's already rolled, and I'm getting out of Dodge. Bullets whizzing works like a snake, hissing disturb the desert night scenario. Hit his throwback a shot glass, swirl around and shoot it in the air. I miss but I don't care, I ain't no hero. If you see Matt Dillon, tell him I was innocent. If you see the landlord, tell him he can pay the rent. And if you see Miss Kitty, tell her all my money's spent and I'm getting out of Dodge. What was the song she used to sing in the shower in the morning? How did it go again? Yeah! Stay here from the cradle to the noose. Let them try to hang me now, you know I'd shake it loose. There's always someone chasing after someone with the truth. Well, I'm getting out of Dodge. Bullets whizzing words like a snake, hissing disturb the desert night scenario. Here's throw back a shot glass, whirl around and shoot it in the air. I miss but I don't care, I ain't the hero. murky green black of the backwater flats lived the mud cake girl that I love. What the dogs can't track, she can catch and bring back. She can kill, cook, and skin a buck. Well, I left Georgia in a red-hot Porsche, but I run it off the side of the road. Wanted in Savannah, on the lam in Louisiana. How they found me, I'll never know. Was a Max old Esso with a beach shop and boats for rent. He knew I wasn't staying when I didn't bother paying. Throttle down and away I went. I was cruising for an hour till I sputtered out of power. See, Max sells gasoline. Kicked an empty gas can, thinking I'll be goddamned when a woman came up out of the green. Emerald Jane, eyes all sparkling like a moon in the water on a windy night. Emerald Jane, when I get out of here, I'm going back there to Emerald Jane. She motioned me to follow and we waited in the shallow. Said the water's not as deep as you think. She pulled a 10-pound snapper by the tail from a trap and didn't even so much as blink. Barefoot and brawny and her skin all tawny, chopping up a dead tree stump. She's pure desire, she tends to the fire, getting higher than a bullfrog jumps. Emerald Jane, eyes all sparkling like the moon in the water on a windy night. Emerald Jane, when I get out of here, I'm going back there to Emerald Jane. Turtle stew was getting kinda hard to chew, and the gator could've used some salt. And all of a sudden I was down in the mud, never knowing I'd just been caught. I woke up in the boat right where I left it floating, someone's fingers holding open my eyes. The sheriff said we caught you just before the gators got you, son. How'd you get through the night? Emerald Jane, eyes all sparkling like a moon in the water on a windy night. Emerald Jane, when I get out of here, I'm going back there to Emerald Jane. Emerald Jane, eyes all sparkling like a moon in the water on a windy night. Emerald Jane, when I get out of here, I'm going back there to Emerald Jane. Thanks a lot. That's another new one. Appreciate that. cowboy's gone off someplace alone. He's out there in the Everglades, his home away from home. Left his radio behind with his troubles and concerns, and no one's gonna ever find him till the weather turns. Where the coots are crying, where the old crow laughs, alligator smiling where blue heron takes a bath. And he looks just like a kingfisher crouching in the grass. Frying pan is empty, but here comes a 9-pound bass. Loxahatchee cowboy lives out in the weeds, builds his house on stilts out with a big mosquito breeds. Where the only music is the music of the swamp, cricket, windbug, violins, fish jumping, bullfrogs thump. And if I had 1 minute where I could change my mind, I'd be a Loxahatchee cowboy, go fishing all the time. And if I needed money, I'd wrestle gator hide. Going into town would be a long, fast airboat ride. Cowboy's gone off someplace alone. He's out there in the Everglades, his home away from home. Left his radio behind with his troubles and concerns, and no one's gonna ever find him till the weather turns. Where the coots are crying, where the old crow laughs, alligator smiling where blue heron takes a bath. And if I had 1 minute where I could change my mind, I'd be a Loxahatchee cowboy, go fishing all the time. Thank you. Thank you all. Love is like a train racing past the station. I'm running in the rain to catch a car I'm always chasing. Leave behind the jungles, campfires in the woods. You can smell the kettles cooking, you can tell the getting's good. Drying out my jacket, bringing out my hat, laying out a blanket for to catch myself a nap. I feel those wheels turning, that's progress on the road. Freedom keeps a fire burning, but love supplies the coal. Love is like a train racing past the station. I'm running in the rain to catch a car I'm always chasing. I dream of her in train time, combing her red curls, a twist around her fingertips, tumble down and swirls. She sits before the mirror, looks over at the bed, gets up to close the window, wonders what got in my head. When I come whistling up the sidewalk, that old song we used to sing, there's a lot of smiling and not much talk. She still wears my ring. Love is like a train racing past the station. I'm running in the rain to catch a car I'm always chasing. clinking of the couplings. Feel the engine slowing down. Gather up all my belongings. Try to figure out what town. This is not so hungry. There's a fire in the woods. Some hobo's hanging laundry, and he says the getting's good. Love is like a train racing past the station. I'm running in the rain to catch a car I'm always chasing. Love is like a train. Job and I don't get 2 bits for pay. After all them with their handout take their share and go away. They come back, they get no slack, not much good with money. Playing by a fountain where we'd often fish for coins. The people from the restaurant come say we make too much noise. The manager will make sure not much good with people. I might not be good with anything of the things I've ever done. What I do best might amount to dreaming, loving you, and having fun. Tips backwards, spelled spin on, I put the dollar in. Then I take it back, I split the rest up with the band. We buy beer, but I hear I'm not much good at drinking. Got a CD out, it's gonna make us rich. So step right up and get yours now, don't make us dig a ditch. We go poor, the wolves at the door won't care about our calling. I might not be good with anything, other things I've ever done. What I do best might amount to dreaming, loving you, and having fun. Thanks. Appreciate it. Shining on a train and a car stuck on the tracks in the hard Georgia rain. Chain gang doing road work, mistakes that weren't caught. Locked his tires in a crossing where there should have been asphalt. And the red eyes split the night wide open at the seams as she came round right on schedule and put an end to his schemes. And the moon that watched it happen from back behind a cloud heard the thunder clapping. What's the moon done? Someone, what's the moon done? What's the moon done now? From up there in the night, made two people fall in love, made the same to have a fight. She called him a drunken bastard, he called her a lousy whore. Set the house on fire and left her lying on the floor. And it would have got out easy but for the schedule of a train. Justice comes down swiftly in the hard Georgia rain. And the moon that let it happen from a tree just like an owl heard the sirens asking, what's the moon done now? Could be the sun, had to be someone. What's the moon done? What's the moon done now? While the sun was asleep, the two people make some promises they knew they couldn't keep. If they hadn't closed the bar when the power flickered out, he would never have quit drinking or gone back to the house. Seen the man get in their Packard, tip his hat and speed away. $20 on a bedside being all there was to say. Cause a moon can't keep a secret, and when the truth comes out, leaves the drunks and hookers wondering, what's the moon done now? Could be the sun, had to be someone. What's the moon done? What's the moon done now? Disappeared behind a hill, left a hole up in the sky for a while, all was still. The stars that gave up shining and the wind just held its breath. The clouds didn't dare to move, the sun was scared to death. And a baby woke up screaming and a dog began to bark. Birds refused to sing and the day just came up dark. You could smell the smoking oil as you rub your sweaty brow. It's too real to be a nightmare, but what's the moon done now? Could be the sun, had to be someone. What's the moon done? What's the moon done now? 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 Thank you. Thanks a lot. Things out like my car and my mind, staying here in the house watching everything shine. When I was living in filth I was doing alright. All the roaches got killed and I miss you tonight. I'm tired of looking around for my dreams and my belt, which by the way I just found, but then I lost something else, which is why I called you to find out where it was. But I could not get through and you would not be touched. What can we do now? Anyway, there's nothing we can do now, I'm afraid. What can we do? What can we do now? I'm tired of being busy like a bee or a thorn. He's not sleeping there, is he? How can you sleep alone? Well, I'll talk to you later. I'm expecting a call, but she wants me to pay her, and the price is too small. What can we do now? Anyway, there's nothing we can do now, I'm afraid. What can we do? What can we do now? There ain't no more dream streets to wander down. It must be 30 below in that town, and I don't know where to go now. There ain't nowhere to go. Tired of being dependent like a kid or a cat. The jury finds a defendant guilty, that's that. I write letters to you, don't you open your mail. It's all there is to do when you're locked in love's jail. What can we do now? Anyway, there's nothing we can do now, I'm afraid. I'm afraid, I'm afraid. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do now? Anyway, there's nothing we can do now, I'm afraid. What can we do now? Jim Waggoner, electric guitar. never seen Ruby so blue. The highway keeps on calling, I don't know what to do. No, I don't know what to tell her, sometimes I can hear it too. And I've never seen Ruby so blue, Ruby so blue. Out on the highway, nothing could be finer than the rain coming down when you're stuck in some diner at 4 in the morning with nowhere to sleep, nothing to do, no promises to keep. The waitress brings you coffee, it's the best you ever had, and the truckers look so hungry, and the cooks, they look so sad. Now I've never seen Ruby so blue. The highway keeps on calling, I don't know what to do. No, I don't know what to tell her, sometimes I can hear it too. And I've never seen Ruby so blue, so blue. If I could change the seasons, don't you think I would? I'd kick out all this cold, I would keep it summertime for good. But I know there is a reason that the road's a sheet of ice, and everything is frozen, everyone pays a price. So we built a fire, and the flames they rose so high, we had to open all the windows, and I heard Ruby sigh. And I never seen Ruby so blue. Sometimes I can hear it too. And I've never seen Ruby so blue. No, I've never seen Ruby so blue. Never seen Ruby so blue, Ruby so blue. Says our time is running out. Says it's too late for me to change. Says I'll never be the same. Throw the questions to the sky, or bury them way down inside. Hold me now while there's still time. Be my partner, love's a perfect crime. Tell the sun to go back down. Now tell that clock you're dressed and gone. Will I see you later on? Fill the day with things to do. Don't let time catch up with you. How did love get crowded out? The clock in this room talks too loud. Running out, it's running